Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another Happy Beaver, doing Happy Beaver things. Staring over the wonderful land of Beavertopia. I guess this isn't Beavertopia quite yet, but okay, it's nowhere near Beavertopia. It's quite the mess. It's a mess. I understand that it's a mess, but we have to make a lot of things to get out of the pit that we've created for ourselves. So we'll get there eventually, you know. It's fine. Everything's fine. But we've expanded a little bit, you know. That's beautiful. We've got bread being made. We've got plenty of beavers building things now. We're actually getting some of this accomplished over here, so we can get the bad tide moving this way. Do need to get over here and actually tear this out so that the bad tide can find an escape route. You need to figure out where that's going. Actually, where does that go? What does this do? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. I see you. Okay, I like it. That's pretty neat, actually. I did not actually know that that happened like that. So that's pretty cool. All right, so today we're going to focus our efforts on this. I know that I've been slow rolling it, but I want to get this done. I'm tired of staring at it. I know I've only been staring at it for a couple episodes now, but that's a couple episodes for you, you know, not that long, but the couple episodes for me, it's a lot. And of course, I do want to get in here too, so whichever one gets accomplished first will get taken care of. Now that, of course, means getting more beavers to do more building things, which I'm totally okay with doing since we're pretty stable on the food and water side of things. Maybe we expand our water storage a tad bit so that we can actually not be too concerned about that. That probably means turning on this other guy down here so that we can max out our storage capacity during this during this temperate cycle, which is still running. So we're going to go ahead and do that. That's going to pull from our haulers for a little bit, but that's okay. We still have 5, I believe, running around, so that's more than enough to meet the intent. We still have builders moving over here, putting in all of this, so that is good. So they can actively work on the rest of that. Now, they do have access to finish this entire thing except for this on this end over here. I don't know how I want to tackle that quite yet. I'll probably just build up and over and that'll be fine. The biggest point of contention would be just finishing this portion without causing any other problems. But if we do it right, even during a bad tide, that shouldn't be a problem theoretically. No, it'll definitely still be a problem for us. Yeah. All right. So we're going to have to figure out what's going to happen next. So we'll let the temperate cycle run its course. We'll continue to allow them to do their things. We're going to pause you guys since this is going to take a couple days for all that to reach maturity. Anyway, I need storage for all that foodstuffs as well. So it's kind of a moot point to have that running, but we can also go ahead and put in another grill so we can make the grilled spatterdock when that pops out. So that's a good spot for that right there. And do we move this? I feel like we should move this over one so we can fit another bakery in there. I do want to get 2 more bakeries up and running because sooner or later this will get built and we can actually put in our tapper shack to take care of this maple for us, which would be great. You know, maple syrup is delicious, and that's just been sitting there staring at us for a hot minute. Do we have the planks to actually force that to be the priority? I believe the answer is yes. So let's go ahead and do that. Just go ahead, give this a priority bump, get that knocked out. The sooner this is done, the better. Can't really cut them off because they can't get up here to do anything quite yet, and none of this is accessible for now. We do have a drought on the way. Okay, so that makes our decision process a little bit easier now. So that means that we can actually unpause this stuffs and get that accomplished. Now, Yeah, sweet. That shouldn't be that big of a pain or big of a problem for us. So that is good. Now, happiness is at an all-time high. So you love to see that at 21, which is fantastic. I don't think that's the all-time high, but I think it can go a little bit higher with everybody getting some more time in the Lido and all that other fun stuff. But that is a nice boon for our beavers, and maybe we could toss in some detailers since we do have extract being produced actively, so that is always good. And I think we should probably do something down here to increase our storage for our what is it called, antidote, because we will cause a problem here shortly. So I want storage for that. We will give that a priority bump over the other things. This will, oh, it's already done. So there was no need for that. Okay, so that means that we can go ahead and rip this out. Don't want to tear that out. We can rip those stairs out. We can put this in right here. And then do the same on this end over here. Just grab that staircase right there and bada bing, bada boom. That didn't need to be like that. Is that a platform? It is a platform. I probably should have just put a single platform on top of that instead of tearing it out, but I didn't do that. Now this does need to be a priority so that we can reconnect all those things and actually continue to do the stuff that we like to do with that stuff. Cool. Pull this up to 0.9 so we could store a little bit more water up there for a period of time. We are at 4.5k, so that means we could probably pause these guys down here. Or 4.7, so that is good to see. That's already put back in. That's brilliant. That's what we wanted to see. Now we can put in our gatherer flag right here. We can rip this one out right there. Give this a priority bump so they can come over here and knock that out. And we come into the wood area, grab our tapper shack, and that should cover down all of our maple over there without any issue. Now, is that not marked for cutting? It is not marked for cutting. That's why it wasn't getting cut. Okay. Well, beautiful. Beautimus. I love it. Great. Now, let us see here. Okay, buildings are flooded. Yeah, that's pretty standard. And should get all of our housing out of the floodplain. It's probably a good idea. I don't know where to put them, though. That's the problem. Could put them up here. No, that's not a good spot for that. Could put them on top of here. That wouldn't be a bad spot, I suppose. But that's... I don't like it. I don't like doing that either. Okay, sweet. Let's see. Water's at 5k. That's good. We could sneak one of these double lodges in right here, I suppose. Burn the science to unlock one of those bad Johnnies. Connect that up. Give this a priority bump. Now there's storage for our antidote, which means we can store a bit more than the 24 that we had. Of course, that's going to take a little bit of time because berries are slow to reproduce. We'll have another 3 pop up here shortly, and I do want to give this a priority bump so that that can get done. We can get that maple going. So that, with the maple on its way, I should go ahead and rip this out right now. Go ahead and put that grill back in right here. Let's put in a bakery right there. And we will give those a priority so that that gets built. Not a workplace priority, a build priority. That should meet all of our stuffs there. We'll go ahead and turn you into maple pastries, which we are meeting the demand as far as wheat is concerned. And we have plenty of storage for wheat flour, so that is good. This is awesome. We don't have much in the way of wheat, though that is working. We do have these two working on all of that, so that is good. We have a 26-day drought on our hands, so that is no fun. I can come over here and unpause that and unpause that as well. So if we have a spare moment for our beavers, they can come over here and get that taken care of. We can also unpause those two and do the same thing on this so that that can get finished sooner rather than later. Now we do have 4 positions or 8 positions going unfilled. That's going to be all of our hauling posts over here. We do need a place for maple syrup storage, and I do have a place that doesn't have a recipe selected. There we go. Great, that's rectified. We could put a small tank right here, I suppose, and that can be our maple syrup. And then maybe a small thing for wheat flour, which is that button. And we can hit that obtain button here, and we can do the obtain button here. Maybe we do another tank on top of this. Now this is all excessive, ridiculous, but that's pretty much everything that we do in this build. Excessive? Geez, I could speak the English language. I swear, guys. It is physically possible for me to do that. All right. I want a little bit more than 30 pieces of antidote. If I understand, it's if you have a fully sick beaver, fully contaminated, then it takes 10 pieces of antidote to get them fully healed. Now that's going to take a few days for this to pop up yet again. Berries are still not where they're at, where I would like them to be. I do need to give this a priority bump, and what we can do is we can put another forester over here. Okay. It won't fit, I guess, because he's gonna bump his head there. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's do that back here then, I suppose. And we will mark this not for replanting, and we'll unpause that. That'll get us some cattails up and running again. That'll be awesome. We'll have some spatterdock here shortly as well, and that means that I would like this to be finished sooner rather than later, and we should have 8 kits growing up here soon. There's 23, highest to date. Love to see that. We do have Ishaya in here already making some maple pastries for us. Allegedly. Do we have enough maple syrup going? Maybe? Yeah, we've already pulled some in. Yeah, we've got 36 units. Beautiful. Okay. You guys are sat in your bum because we are full on bad water. And we're full on this end for bad water as well. And I need more beavers. Well, we could pause these 3. That'll get us some beavers back. And that didn't really help out too much, but that is in. That is good to see. That went in really quickly, honestly. So I will call that a win. Now, do I really need to go this high with that knowledge there? I probably didn't need to go that high. But it's okay that we did go that high, you know, that just means more water storage in here for us. So I will call that a dub, I suppose. Now we do need to come over here and block this off so our clean water, when it does start storing in over here, doesn't go off on us. We also should start thinking about filling this in as well. Now we could do that couple of ways. I'm thinking that the best option is put in a series of sluice gates. I'm thinking 4 is going to be a good number there. And then on top of that, we just put in our levees across here. And we just fill this in like so. Now we have 25 days to finish this up. So in theory, we should be able to accomplish that. And then we need to come over here and do the same on this end. So take advantage of this as much as we can. Now, I don't think that's on the same height. That is not, so it does need to go 2 higher. which means we're going to have to come across like that and then come across like that. And that should be the same height all the way around. That's going to require a copious amount of material, but I believe we have a fair amount on hand. And if push comes to shove, we can cut into some of our chestnut trees over here, or even some of our pine. And we've got some more chestnut over here too that we could eat into as well. Now that is... yeah, we're probably going to run out of trees or logs, actually. So that's not cool, bro. But we'll make do. We'll figure it out. This, actually, I forgot that I had all these in over here. So that actually helps out a lot a bit. Beautiful. That's going, that's going, that's going. Great. Probably pause one of these guys since we're not doing much and you guys aren't doing much either, since all that's pretty much taken care of. That'll give us a few more beavers to go do beaver things like hauling all of our things for us, and if push comes to shove, we can break in and start pausing the observatory and so on. But I'm not disappointed with where we're at right now. I do need to get over here and give them a way to put in the rest of this, which means doing something like this. We'll do that like so, and do that like that. And yeah, we'll have to do something right there. Okay, that's fine. So we'll put that all the way around there. Put this in right there, and we'll just path up like this. And do all that way down here. Put in our stairs. Bada bing, bada boom. And that lets them get up here, and we'll path across like that. We'll give this a priority bump for no other reason than we can. And that will be good to see. All right, cool. We have the planks available for them to do that. And let's see, where can we... we do have a few logs over here. That's really not going to save us much in the long haul. We've got these logs up here, which again isn't going to save us much. We could... can you reach that? You can. You give us a few logs. It's not going to be much. We do have access to this up here, though. So we could get a beaver in right there. Let's grab this lumberjack flag. How much do you reach of that? Not much. How much of this do you reach? All of it? Beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and rip that out. We'll put in a path right here. Give this a priority bump. Get that done. Now we have two positions going, or two beavers with nothing to do, so we can go ahead and open that up. And that gets us a few more builders to rock and roll, to rage against the machine. Now that puts us 2 less on the haulers, but we're still at 18 total, so I will call that a dub, and we'll keep pressing. I love to see it. That I do not love to see, though. That is wheat that has expired. That is not cool, bro. Not cool. Not cool at all. Okay. We did just lose a few to old age. Yeah, we lost 2 to old age. That stinks. We do have a kit that will grow up here soon. Probably pause you for now since there's nothing going on. We're at 46 antidote, so that is good to see. I want to get at least to 100, but that's going to take a hot minute. Again, berries take 15 years to reach maturity. One of the biggest problems with berries, honestly, is they just take so long. It's one of the big problems of the iron teeth. But I keep on talking about the iron teeth. And talking about the iron teeth does nothing for us. I don't know why I keep going back and forth to the iron teeth. All right? Okay? Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. We'll tack in a lumberjack flag right here. And we can go ahead and plant some additional oak on this side. And fill in the rest back here. And we'll mark all of that for cutting. Do the same right there, right there. And once that is put in, which will take time because that's not a priority, because all this is a priority, maybe we should give this a bump because we will run into an issue with lumber if we don't get this in. So let's go ahead and hit those buttons, get that done. get that on the higher priority requirement, and I kind of want to do something about our maple situation, because there are some back here that aren't being tapped because reasons, so we will also hit that button there. Alrighty then, we have 17 days left. This should meet the intent for all of that, so that'll be fine. I do want to get over here and start working on this too. So many projects that I want to get accomplished at the same time, which is not good because they all require effort. They all require materials. We have a building unconnected. That is you. How did you guys build that before building the stairs? Okay, you went into the water. You did that. Okay, fine. Copy. You guys did the ridiculous thing first. That's fine. That's acceptable. We'll pull this water in, and then we'll stop pulling that water in. That is a lot of lumber right there, actually, so that is good to see. Probably unpause one of these guys to help out just a tad bit. Rock and roll on all of that, and that'll be fantastic and great to see. Okay, lumber's moving in the positive direction again, so that is awesome. This has slowed because I did give them a priority over everything, so that let our lumber situation get a little bit more balanced out. We'll be able to rescue a fair portion of these planks again, and that'll be good. That is going in nicely. I do need to give them a path over here so they can start working on all of this. Need to give them a way down here so they can build all of that. I probably don't want that right there. I would put that right there. Actually, let's not do that. Let's do a double here. Do a double there. We'll do triples across. And a double here. They should be able to reach all that without too much consternation. Okay, that goes a single right there. And we put stairs there. And we'll just path across, and then they should be able to reach all of that. And that will be good to see. This is almost done. That is fantastic. We are going to eat through a fair majority of our logs to finish up the rest of this. But once that's done, we'll be able to store so much water in here, and we'll be even further bad tide proof. And we can keep this well irrigated for the rest of time, honestly. I wouldn't say the rest of time. For as long as we can, given how much water is being pumped out by this system, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that much, but it's still a fair amount, so I'm not going to complain about that. The question is, why haven't they touched this one? It has the logs, they just haven't smacked it around a bit, which is fine. I'm just gonna hit that button. I'm tired of staring at that one out of place. Okay, cool. Now let us see here. Do want to give this a priority bump. And this should not really take that long. So let's go ahead and drop this. And let's see about getting this done. So we'll get that priority bumped up a tad bit. So that means that they can take these explosives, take the planks, take the extract and start placing that in there. And that should go boom here relatively quickly. Now, none of this has been built yet. None of that has been built yet because everything else has been a priority. Now, this is kind of a priority because I would love to have copious amounts of water. So, great. Beautiful. 690. Nice. Okay. All right. That's out of water again. I don't really want to dump this out into here because that's keeping this irrigated. That's going to dry out here in the near future anyway. But the longer I can keep this irrigated, the longer that these are available to us and growing before they stop growing because duh. All right. Let's see. They got this in, so that's good to see. Spanksy's already started planting all of those things for us. We don't need cubes in here because none of that is actually being or is ready for choppage. All of this did pop up though, so that's good to see. That means we're going to get more chestnuts out of that. There are no more chestnuts right now to grab though, so maybe we pause you for a little bit and then get you in here to help out with the chopping for a little bit. That'll be good to see. And you guys are doing just fine. Foodstuffs. Potatoes we could probably do a little bit more on. Same with Spatterdock. We need Spatterdock storage. We don't even have Spatterdock production finalized yet. Maybe we change this to grilled Spatterdock instead of sunflower seeds. I like that better. I feel like that's a better use of our real estate than sunflower seeds. Let's give that a priority bump. I would like to have grilled Spatterdock here, please, and thank you. Let's actually hit this button for those two as well, so that we can have storage for maple syrup on this end, as well as wheat on this end, which is always a good thing. We do have cattails, so that is good to see. We still don't have a place to store cattails yet. Okay, and that'll be cattail flour once they finally get over here to knock that out. This is, they're working on the final row on that end, and they are working on the final 2.5 rows on this end, so that is good to see. That is fantastic. I do need to give them a way over here, which means doing something like, I don't know. How do we want to get over here? Kind of want to build another zipline station. That does have a free zipline station available to it, so maybe we do that. Need you guys to spend more because this is not enough juice to keep up with the demand there, guys. Come on. Come on. Go back up. There you go. Go back up. It's going slowly. Boo. Maybe we spend some time. I did talk about in the last episode to actually come in here and start replacing some of these windmills with the large windmills because they produce more power. Duh. That's kind of the intent for the large windmills. Building lacks workers. Hauling post is completely empty. Sad day. Does that mean it's time to increase our living? I think the answer is yes. We're just putting houses everywhere at this point, which is mildly entertaining, but it's also mildly infuriating. Very much infuriating to me as well, being the guy who has to come in and have to clean all this up in the future, because this is not cool, bro. Not cool. It looks so bad. Okay, we can unpause you. You can go get those berries for us. Go get those not sunflowers. Dandelions. That's what they're called. Dandelions. Get the dandelions for us. That'll be great. You guys probably don't need to be in there right now until we get a place to store all those food things. So we'll go ahead and pause that. We do have another happiness bump. That's probably from the grilled Spatterdock being consumed. If we click on this button and we look at food. Yep, grilled Spatterdock gave us 40 beavers eating some of that. So that's good to see. We do have no more. Probably because there's... I just paused it, so duh. We're going to leave that guy in there. We could probably pause you for now, but I kind of don't want to because I will forget to turn you back on. All right. Back to this. So I know that if we do this here, or even here, or here, no. There? Can they build from inside the zipline station? I don't know, so we're not going to do that. Okay, okay, there. Okay, sweet. Can we add this connection? It's too far. I kind of should have assumed that that was going to be the answer there, so we'll put that here. Now, is it too far? No. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Now I need to get a way over there and a way over there. And then we could even think about maybe tying this in to something down here. Probably not going to be able to do that because it's going to clip through some other stuff. But we can think about it. So something like this. Is that not connected? No, it is. Okay, and then maybe something like that. And then we connect that to that, that to that. This is so ridiculous. Zip lines everywhere, but I'm here for it. The absolute monstrosity, the absolute chaos, the absolute insanity of this all. I made myself sad. Okay. How are we out of power? Oh. Oh. I should have seen that coming. I should have seen that coming. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, here. Let's pause this. Let's get in here and rip all this out. Yes. Yes. Rip this out. Yes. Okay. And we'll just do this underneath. So if we pull this down to there, then we can a bit more easily see what's happening in here. Theoretically. Okay, so let's just pull this in there. Sluice gates down here. And we put the levees across there. Not like that. Come on, me. Come on. There it is. That out. Now we just put the levees on top of there. Since we're dealing with that level, that shouldn't be an issue. Okay, that's like that. Let's go ahead and rip that back up to the top, and that should be good. Yes. Okay, easy. Now we add an additional... It's so funny that it actually paused there. Nothing's built there, but they still didn't actually do anything to it. That's so strange. I did not think that that would be an issue. But now that we know that that is, we'll try to avoid doing that in the future. So go ahead, do all of that. We'll have to probably bring that down by 1 right here. Maybe even do that here as well. Okay, we'll put the stairs in right there, and then we'll do a singleton here, and then stairs right there and right there to get back up on top. Beautiful. Fill that in, path across there, and that lets them finish the rest of that. Great. Now we're on the last layer here. That is beautiful. That makes me happy. Sweet. They should be able to reach all of that without much issue. And then, ooh. That's not good. That's very much not good. We still have 4.9K water available to us. This is going to continue to feed into here, which means that this stays irrigated. And that this should stay irrigated with that little bit of water in there, so that'll be fine. I do kind of want them to get in here and finish putting in the rest of these explosives now so we can actually expand our water storage capacity. And I still need to get them away up here and away up here and away over here. So many things to focus on. Okay, next thing is... Oh. They did it! They did it! Okay. All right. Can I grab this? Can I destroy that? I thought I couldn't do that. Well, that changes so many things. Give that a max priority. We'll close below contamination of 1%. We'll turn that off. Did we get any of our beavers sick? I don't see any sick beavers. We didn't use any of our antidote. So they blasted through. They made it all the way in. We could spend some time and get the rest of that that scrap out of there, but I don't think it's really necessary. There's not much in there for us to... Well, there's 105 units of scrap. Plus another 30, plus another 90, so 100 or 235 units of scrap, which isn't the worst. I don't think it's really necessary. We don't need this to be prioritized anymore. So we will turn that off so our haulers don't keep moving stuff out here. So that's cool. That's good. So it also means that we could tear this out and store even more water up here. That'd be good. Let's go ahead and start working on that, actually. So that means we need to rip this out, rip that out, rip this out, that out. Were you actively up here? You were. Caxlib, I'm sorry. But this needs to be done. So we're going to do this. Probably could have done that a little bit of an easier way than what I just did that, but this is fine. Why is the game paused? I don't know why I paused the game. There we go. That's in. That's in. Going to have to give them a way to build that one and build that one and that one, and that should not be that hard for them to do. Then we can tear this out and then even tear this out, or just have that to be constantly open. There's not really much of a need to have that there anymore, honestly. But it's other than the path that already exists. So we'll let that work itself out here in the near future. Sweet. This should be nearing completion now. We are almost completely done with this. That is awesome. We're still at 700 plus units of lumber available to us, which is fantastic. Oh, look, got some maple pastries floating around. That is beautiful. They haven't touched this yet because they are finishing the rest of this, which is totally fine. That's kind of what I want them to be working on anyway. And now I need to figure out how to get up here. Okay, so let's do something like this. Don't need that. Just do this. Oh, are you cereal? Are you for cereal? Let's go ahead and click that button. Let's click this button. This should reach, yeah? Yeah, there. Now they can get up there. They should be able to reach that. No issue. From there, all the materials are right here for them to do all that anyway, so that'll be fine. Once they get that done, then we need to give them a way over there to that side. So let's just grab this path. We'll rage across the world like that. Grab this button because I want to. And then I'll grab this button because I want to grab that button. Use that to go up here. Game, why are you fighting me? Don't fight me. Catch me outside. How about that? Yeah. Yeah. Stairs, stairs, stairs. Probably should have done that the inverse order of what I just did, but that's okay. That will gain them access up there, and then we can do this button right here. Why am I doing this again? Oh, so I can get up here. Like, why am I creating this monstrosity? I have jumped the shark. But no, there was a method to my madness. Allegedly. Probably not much madness or methoding, but you know what? It's fine. Everything is okay. Now they have so much to do. So many things to accomplish. You just gotta remember to go back and look at things. Make sure we're doing okay. We have 4.1 thousand units, or 4.1k of water, 4.3k of food. Lumber's kind of hemorrhaging, but that's finished over here, so that is good. This is officially done. So that means less bad water going in here. So I want to turn that button. We want to close above contamination of 1. Do the same thing over here, if I can grab it. Hit that button, close above contamination of 1. So when that turns into bad water, all of this just pushes out and goes up here, fills in back here, and then should overflow that and then go that way. But I will come over here and actually tear that out. So let's go ahead and do that. So that means something like this, something like this, this, and this to there. And we'll just grab this path, rage against this machine like that. Connect all that, and then we'll set this for demolishing. That should be easy enough. And now what we can do is start tearing apart these platforms, which are no longer necessary. We'll leave those platforms in place so that we can actually retrieve all of these planks that are over here. And that's a lot of planks that I don't want to lose out on. Don't want to have to try to figure out a way to get them back either. So nope, nope, no. Gotta make sure I'm not destroying the dam while we're working on this either, because that would be quite the travesty. We don't want to see that. Brilliant. Sweet. We have 3.5 days left, and I kind of would like to get this done back here. So that means grabbing that button and ripping that across there. And that means grabbing this. I want to see this filled up with as much water as beaverly possible. Now we are hurting on the lumber side a little bit. That did go in, so that is good. So when the temperate cycle kicks off again, that means that this should stay closed. The good water should go up in here and fill this in for us. That'll be fantastic. I still don't know what I'm going to be using all of this for. I know that we wanted to do something like the beautiful hanging out district or whatever, where they come up here and like chill at the mud pit, or go hang out in the carousel and go hop in the Lido or something. We had to solve all the water issues, and we just now got to the point where that's solved. So that is good. That is good. Now, no, that's not going to actually. Okay, let's see here. Priorities. I do want this back up on the priority list, because I need more water stored in here for the future. Now I should be able to blast this out. Nope, can't do it anymore because they're running down in there. There's still plenty of material for them to do the things, plenty of explosives to rock out. Now they did get in here, they started putting a few of these things in, so that is good to see. Is that really a priority over the dam? I think that that is not the answer. Dam takes priority. I want the dam done. I'm sorry, guys. I want it done. Now, once they're out of there, we could probably blast this. And, well, this is still feeding this side. So, I'm so conflicted. I'm so conflicted. And I don't like being conflicted. It's my least favorite thing. Okay, lumber is taking a hit. That's because this is all going in. This is going to be so cool when this is done. Let's see. Probably give this a priority as well. Do I want it max priority? It'll give us a little bit more time to work on getting more lumber in. Lumber's taking its time because lumber does that. All this just recently popped. That's going to be another 3 days or so for any of that to reach maturity. We can blow this now, though, since we're on the final... Well, no, I can't, because you're in here. Come on, guys, what are you doing? I'm probably bored because we're out of lumber. Okay, that's fine. They'll continue to work on these platforms while they are waiting for lumber to reappear for us. So, yeah. We burned through a lot of it. Okay, maple takes 28 days. Chestnuts take a little bit of time. I've even got that pause, so there should be... Oh, do I have you? Can you reach all that? You can reach all that. Okay. Cool. I do have 2 spare beavers floating around, so those guys can go work in there. And now we can stare at this for the next 0.1 days as we wait for the drought to end. Now, can you guys reach all that? You can. You reach all this, though. I should be able to finish the rest of this, honestly, in this next temperate cycle. I'll go ahead and just we'll max this out. We'll max it out. I know I'm fighting my own priority and I'm conflicted with my own priorities and all that other jazz, but I don't really have anything else for them to work on right now because we're out of lumber. Now, we're not out of planks. We got a lot of planks right here. Metric poop ton of planks all just laid out and splayed out all over the place, but that's fine. This stinks because I'd like to be saving water in here, but alas, can't do much about that anyway until we get more lumber. They are finishing the last bit of explosives there, so that is beautiful. It means we can blast this, which means we get more water stored. Boosh. Large explosion for all my friends. You'll love to see that. You'll love to see that. Now that's going to cause a problem potentially for us, though. I'm just now realizing, but that's okay. That's okay. It's fine. What we could do is... No, would that help? I don't think that would help, honestly. Let's give this a priority bump, I suppose. We can put those in and grab the 1 log that we need for any of that. And then we should probably clean up some of this stuff, honestly. Guys, come over here and clean that up. And that up. That's pine resin. That's a log. Clean up this log, too. Okay? See? There's stuff for you guys to be doing, but you ain't doing it because you guys are doing all the other things that I told you to do. So that's fine. I'll allow it. Should give this a priority bump, and then they can come in and build the rest of these, and they can start working on all this, which is just planks and metal blocks in which we can store a little bit more water back here. Not going to be much, but it'll be something, I suppose, while we wait for this to fill up. That did get put in, so that is good to see. Now we can path in across here and do this path right here. Unnecessary pathing extensions. Now we grab this button and we just rip this across. Rip that out because that's not needed. We have a drought coming. Okay. Okay. I'm okay with a drought. I don't mind a drought. Right. And now we put in explosives. Boosh, boosh. Boosh. put those in. We'll unlock that for 9K. Why not? Can't really reach that, so there's no need to put that in. And then we'll go ahead and put that in right there. That'll give us a little bit more water, another unit of water storage. They are already done with this. That was a very short temperate cycle. I forgot to bring this down. You know what? That's fine. We're not flooding right now. I'll accept that. All right. Sure. Nothing's getting flooded. It's working. I'm not going to complain about it working, okay? All right. Cool. Cool story, bro. Sweet. That's another 10 days for that to pop. And it's probably going to be the same for everything over here. But we'll go ahead and put that guy in there to work for now. That's all good. We've got berries. We never needed the antidote. Because I guess it was diluted enough that it wasn't a problem. So I'll call that a win. I will call that a win. 100%. 100% a win. Okay. Give this a priority so we can get these logs, I guess. We'll unpause that. It's going to give us that marker until somebody can get over here and toss in the one log that is needed. Give that a max priority because that'll compete with this priority over here. Which is fine. You have a beaver with nothing to do, and I have been woefully neglecting our water pumpage. Whoops. Don't worry about it, guys. It's fine. We got a day and a half to work for the next 24 hours. I'm sorry. I forgot to do the thing. Okay? Okay. All right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. All right. We'll clean things up. Okay, as time allows, we'll clean things up. They are putting all of that in back there. We could probably blast this out as they're working it. Got nothing else to do, honestly, because there's no lumber for them to work with anymore. They did get that in, so now we've got Wolfen over here getting what lumber is available over there, so that's cool. I'll call that a dub. This is a quarter, no, half of the way up a tile right now, so that's cool to see. We've got a fair amount of water in our storage here, and then don't really want to blast that out because it's not really going to be helpful for us, but it will provide a little bit of storage on this back end. So there's nobody in there. That's a little bit more water. We won't be able to gain access to it until the rest of this is taken care of. But that's still water trapped in there that we wouldn't have been able to have because this is probably about to spill over. Right, now we can go back to 17 hours or 16 hours. Sorry, guys. We had to get a few more things done, okay? All right. How did this fill up? Not that bad. Push comes to shove, we can get over here and we can pump this water out. There's a fair amount of water in there available to us if we need to. And that irrigates not the greatest amount. But now we no longer have to worry about a bad tide causing this to be a problem. Because all the bad water just, the bad tide just dumps out that end. So I will call that a dub there. That is beautiful to see. Lumber is slowly working its way back up into the positive. We didn't get this done in time, but well, that'll happen when you run yourself from 700 plus units of lumber down to 18. Yeah. Yeah, that was a choice. And of course, we're still producing gears, we're still producing planks and sparkly planks, and yeah, it was a choice. It was a choice. It was my choice, but it was a choice nonetheless. Sweet. Now, actually, now that we've got a second, and since we're in the middle of a drought, let's look at this real quick, actually. We can do something fun, actually. I like doing fun things. I love doing fun things. As it opens, all that water will actually make its way out, which is good. But let's see here. We need at least 3 wide. Let's grab this. And let's do this. Let's go there. Let's do that, like that. And like that. And like that. And then like this. I need to give them a way in there. And that's just a matter of blasting out here and then walking in through there. Now that's going to require a lot of material. We've got a few days. Come on, game. Don't fight me. We've got a few days to work on it. We've got 18 days until the next... Well, the moment that we start working our way through here, that's going to actually... So we want to come in from a different angle. So let's see about... So I want to be able to... do we come in from this side? Maybe that's the answer. Yeah, going in from this side probably for the best. That keeps our beavers healthy and out of harm's way. We're not running against the clock. That does mean that we're going to have to find a way. Hold up. Let's see here. Bad water dome. Could do bad water rig. We have all the materials for that, actually. We have the science. Do we want to do a rig or a dome? Hold up. Let's pause. Let's think. We don't have bad water actively flowing into here from anywhere, but this is where bad water or bad tide currently goes. So I think dome here and rig here. So let's do that. Yeah. We'll do a dome there. We'll do a rig here. Yes. We'll have to figure out a way to get out there. That's fine. And that goes right there. Then this one doesn't need to be that far. Just that far. Yes. Okay. They can build out and they can... Well, no, that needs to be higher. One more higher. So that is right there. Don't need all of that. We want that back out there. This to go one higher. And that was a triple there. Okay. So that'll get capped off. We need to get away up here. But... And then on top of that, we need a way down here. In a fashion that doesn't allow them to get sick either. Especially during a bad tide. So let's see here. So we're going to need a way down. That doesn't get them sick. Okay, so let me see here. Does this work? If we were to put... Is that a double? That is a double. So if we went here, like that, and then maybe like this, take that out of there, and then went like this. And a singleton. Well, no, we don't need a singleton there. No. Okay. And then we do something like this. And then they should be able to build that from there. However, they're not going to be able to build all of that. So we'll have to do another something like this so they can reach all of that. And now, let's see. We put a zipline pylon right here. Does that reach? Oh, no, that's not the button I wanted. That goes here. This goes here. Now we just need a way up there to go build those things. I love it. I love it a lot. Now, that is a path that goes there. That allows them to build that, build that, build that. And then I'll have to figure out a way to get out there. Let's do something like this. And then we'll do another one of... Is that excessive? That's excessive. Another one of those. I should be able to do that. Okay, sweet. We probably don't have enough material to accomplish any of that. Especially... Yeah, the logs are going to be limfac. Zipline stations, those will be easy to go in. Zipline station down here. That will be a limiting factor, would be logs there, but these are all planks, which we have copious amounts of, so that should be doable. Okay, let's hit the play button. Let's let them work on all of that. This is going in, but I think that we can probably drop this priority-wise. Oh. I didn't realize that it actually went back that far. Okay. Well, that's not good. So let's go ahead and just put that in right there. We'll drop that priority-wise. Actually, that doesn't need to be dropped priority-wise. We'll just leave that a regular priority. That's totally fine. Make sure I didn't miss another corner over here. I didn't. Great. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. They did build that. They haven't touched this much yet. Probably because everything else was a priority. Which is to be expected when everything's a priority. Nothing is a priority. Okay, cool. I could tear this out. There's no need for this to be here. I'll save us some logs, I suppose. 7 logs. That's not much. Okay. It's still some logs. And planks, which are good. And rip that out too. That'll get us some log, or a log and some planks. We have a stranded beaver. Good job, guys. Good job. How did you even... Okay, fine. Here. I don't think that will cause a problem. Hopefully. You should not be hurt by that. Please? Please be okay? Okay, he's fine. Okay, he's fine. Alright. That didn't help get him out at all. But I don't... Yeah, that was a waste of an explosive. That's fine. I just want them to get up here and finish this, actually. Honestly, that's all that I care about right now. I'm sorry. I'm Ames Games. But you're gonna have to be stuck for a little bit, okay? Alright? You're okay, right? You'll be okay? Yeah, you'll be fine. I believe in you. You'll be fine. Gonna dump some of this water in. Just gonna pull that back up. Get the showers moving again so our beavers can stay nice and hydrated and nice and happy. We have a spare beaver with nothing better to do with their life. That explains why the antidote wasn't moving, because the herbalist wasn't. Wait. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I am out of. Where did all of my beavers go? That just create a bunch of... No, I didn't just create a bunch of jobs for them to go and do ridiculous things. Okay. No, that didn't get built. Yeah, that hasn't even been touched yet. Okay. Well, that is connected. Cool. So that means that we can rip that out now. And that saves Ames. Hey, you can wake up, Ames Games. You wake up. You're free now. You can go home. Okay, you're bored. All right. Oh, we can start tearing some of this out. That's actually a good thing. Cool. So let's do that. Not like that. I want to... No. Give me the path. Thank you. So let's rip that out. And we can... So we're going to break the rules a little bit. We're going to do something like that. We're going to put something like here and right here, and then go like that. Just move all that over to there. And take advantage of the system that has been given to us. And then that means that they can gain access to all that. That's 36 logs that they can come and pick up. That'll move things along a little bit nicer. Which means they can finish the rest of that. Which means I need to figure out what happened to all my beavers. Oh, you're bored. And I need you guys in there, honestly. Because we're still not maxed out on all of our water. Explains why all of that's empty, because we were pumping it out. Just fine. We needed it to happen anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and... I was one of you guys. No, I need the lumber, but I also need the beavers. Pause, you guys. We're pretty much maxed out on grilled chestnuts anyway, so I think we can pause X on the chestnut production, so that's okay. Explosives are slowly going in again, so that is good to see. I love to see that. How are we doing on this? We're almost through all of this, so that is not good. That does need to get actually prioritized. You guys come finish that. You've already put in all the stairs. You put in all the rest of the work, but you didn't finish the job. Come on, guys. Come on. Also, come clean that up. There's some logs there. Okay. Next is finishing the rest of this. And then we can get all these logs if we wanted to. So that is good to see. We've got zip lines going everywhere, and I'm here for it. All right. Now, let's see. What is next on the old priority list? I don't know. Is it this? So we can get this real estate back? I think I like the idea of reclaiming this real estate, because that's a lot of real estate there. And it's kind of not being taken advantage of. So I think that's the next shtick. Let's get up here. We'll get this done. And that means that our life will be that much better. I don't think that one's necessary. No, that shouldn't be necessary. We do, however, probably want something like... that one probably was necessary, honestly. Let's do this again. We'll do another small tank here. Do another small warehouse here. And a small pile here. for our planks, our explosives, and our extract, so that those things can be brought down by our haulers, and then we should be good. Should be Gucci. Should be glorious. Now, this side can get accomplished at its convenience, earliest convenience or whatever. Actually, I do want this done. I thought this was done. I thought this was done, guys. That's why I went and looked at other things. Darn it. All right, come finish that up, and then we'll be happy, okay? All right. Okay? All right. Should let them finish the rest of this, too. That's so many things. So many priorities just pulling me in 14,000 different directions, and that's my own doing. It's my own fault. I'll pause you, go back to hauling something or another somewhere, so our beavers are happy. That is going in. If you guys put this in, that would be great. Then let's give that the priority too. They're already working on this. That means that they can actually finish the rest of this. I'm going to stop clicking that priority button again. If everything's a priority, nothing's a priority. Yep. I promise. I know how. I am not RCE, okay? I don't need to, you know what? You just got to pull that down. That one's going to stay. It's going to get done. I just need to settle down. I need to settle down. I need to settle down. And let it get accomplished when it's accomplished, okay? All right. All right. These guys are slowly pumping out all the things. That's good to see. That's glorious. This is not done yet. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Sure, yeah, I told you to do everything else. So, of course, that's not going to get accomplished. But it's 24, 48 logs. I believe in you. I believe in you. That's all connected. That's glorious. That's great. Okay, they're coming in here. They're getting that knocked out. That's good to see. That's the last couple of logs going in right there. That's beautiful. That's what we wanted. That's already in, so that's good. Zipline station's in. Now they just need to finish building the rest of this, which requires 2 more planks, which we have 1.2K planks, and I'm here for it. All right, so what I'm going to do here is we're going to hit the fast forward button. You guys can see the rest of this getting accomplished, but I'm going to let you guys go. I hope that you had a fantastic time hanging out with me here today. It's always a pleasure to have you. If you have not already hit that like button, please do so. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, I would appreciate that as well. We're on our way to the mythical 1,000, and I appreciate each and every one of you who have made this possible. Thank you much. But I'm going to get out of here. I need to go get some more coffee and relax for a little bit. Staring at beavers takes a lot out of you, you know? Or at least a little bit out of you. But I digress. Have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Make sure you guys stay nice and safe and nice and thirsty, nice and hydrated. Make sure your beaver's nice and hydrated as well. I'm out. See ya!